What's good, guys? LM7 here, back with another review. This time we're actually going to hit a set directly from Rogue One. It happens to be one of the couple new vehicles introduced in the movie. We're going to be looking at the Imperial Assault Hovertank. Alright, so ages 7 to 12. So once again, for some reason Yoda Starfighter is more challenging than this. 75, 152. So I know the order's all kinds of messed up, depending on how you're watching this. 385 pieces, and comes in at a nice $29.99. So very good price to piece count right off the bat there. You can see one of our new minifigures there. And then it does come with 3 total. But if we put the box back here, and then focus back onto the whole set, you can just see on the back of the box just the different image of it, just showing it from a different angle. Showing some of the features here and here. Nothing entirely crazy, and nothing I'm not going to get to in a second anyway. Now, that's not really centered, and it kind of throws me off a little bit. That's better. Alright. Okay, so that takes away, and then puts it back. Okay, whatever. So, 2 new minifigures in this set, 2 of which are the same person. So, 3 minifigures total. And the first one is the fantastic brand new Hovertank driver. You can see he's got brand new printing, way different than an average Stormtroopers. Let's see, can you focus a little better? There we go. So, like I said, brand new printing both on the torso and the legs here. The legs are pretty much dual colored, and I just think they look fantastic. The top part black and then the bottom part white meshes really well with his belt detailing that you can see, and then his obvious torso printing does go on to the back, and it shows, you know, some pouches and whatnot for him to store gear. And then this one comes with a long rifle, where the other one comes with just a standard blaster. But the main aspect of the new figure is, of course, his brand new molded helmet. They use this mold twice for this character and the Scarif Trooper, which we'll be seeing in a set coming soon. But this one happens to be ghostly white, just like all the other Stormtroopers. And then his visor is a little different than the regular one, with some nice printing also on it. He just has a standard clone face, so nothing important there. But just a quick, better look at his helmet. It's just shaped very nice, and overall, I don't know. I just like getting new variants of clone troopers, me personally. And then quickly going on, this is our second Hovertank pilot. You get 2 of them in the set, and he does have a short blaster. So that is the Imperial side. And then, just for fun, they wanted to give some opposition to the Imperials, so they included the brand new Chirrut Imwe minifigure. Overall, he's a fantastic minifigure. Whoever designed this did a fantastic job. So you can see he does have his little comma going on there on the bottom, and it is double printed, so you can see some dark red and black, which looks nice and pretty accurate. Then he also has the dark chrome colored lightsaber hilts, along with some brown bars to represent his walking stick. And you can see he's blind, so he doesn't have any pupils or anything, so he's like the new Kanan Jarrus from the Phantom set that I reviewed a little while ago. And then he does have some nice printing here on his chest if we move up his staff. I like that he actually has 2 different colored hands as well. As you can see, the one is flesh colored, and the other one is white. I think that's a nice touch that they didn't have to do. Then on the back, they have his crossbow, which I think they also designed very nicely. Just using some standard pieces, really, and then attached to a long rifle. But if you take this off, you can see there's just a little clip, and then, you know, some more back printing. But the clip can also hold the walking staff, like it shows on the back of the box. If we zoom back in now. There we go. See, on the back of the box right here, it shows him holding his crossbow, which he doesn't actually do in this scene, but they just wanted to do it anyway, just to show you. Then, moving on, we have the instruction booklet, which is average size. Not that anyone really cares about that anyway, but I'm just curious. Alright, so finally, here's a digital model. Looks very nice. Finally, we have a set over 61 pages long, so this one comes in at 72 pages long. So probably, you know, 40 minutes to an hour, depending on your build speed. What do we focus in? What are we focusing on? I'm not focusing on the tank, I can tell you that. Or maybe we are, I don't know. There we go, that's more what I wanted. Anyway, sorry about that. But yeah, so this is finally a set that has more than 61 pages of build experience. And for a, you know, a good cause, that this is the biggest set we've reviewed so far, coming in at almost 400 pieces. So let's actually take a look at the tank itself and see some of the features that we have. So, first feature, on both sides you have this rotatable cannon that does go 360 degrees, but since the tank itself drives, you won't be doing 360, you'll probably be doing a 180 turn. And I believe, oh no, that's not what I thought that did. But I was seeing if maybe that little gear, it's been a long time since I've looked at this set, but I thought that gear did maybe rotated the cannons. It does not. I don't know if anyone saw it, but it shoots the spring-loaded missiles that are located just under the front here. That is where it shot out from. Always lovely. But on the other side, the same thing, rotatable cannons, and if you spin the little gear that I did, and I'll show that right here, if you spin that little gear, it shoots the other side. So these two waves really focused on like dual firing mechanisms. And what I mean by that is like one side fires and you don't have to fire the other side right away if you don't want to. Like some sets you'd push a button, like say here for example, and both missiles would shoot. They really focused on making them independent. Anyway, that's just my little tidbit right there. These front cannons do not move, they're locked into place, but you know, they're represented by the spring-loaded shooter anyway. Okay, so on the back here you can see it has one of the orange containers that if you haven't seen the movie, here's a quick spoiler, contains, that's a new word, contains the crystals used to power the Death Star, and they're just all over the place, and this just simply comes right up, and I'll show this in just a second. But here on the back you can see you have a spot to carry two containers, which I'm going to actually show that you can have two, as this one's from the Battle of Scarif, which I will be reviewing shortly. But you just simply put them both on, nothing special. Oh, that one had a stud, I know why. But there we go. If you do manage to get two of them and you want to display them both on the tank, that is what it looks like. It does look much better with both of them on the tank, I think. So maybe I'll just leave it on here for now, but I'm going to put this stud here just so I know which one goes to which. But basically that's the whole, you know, feature of the backside. Now if you want to, you can, oh, apparently that's not how you do that. Anyway, you can remove the top section of the containers, and inside carries a gun or binoculars. I'm pretty sure this one has a gun in it. Oh, this one has a gun and binoculars, so it has a little bit of room for storage. Not a crazy amount of room, but enough to put an item. So, that is the back section all nice and done. Moving onward, you can open this hatch right here, And if we look on the inside, which we don't want to look on the inside, first I just wanted to point out that they made the hatch appearance, even though it doesn't open that way. I like the detailing. But, my lord, could you just stay open? But on the inside, there's a little bit of room to stick a dude. And I generally, you know, this is how I generally have it. Just a Hovertank guy there, chilling. He's got his gun ready to snipe from the location. But you can also take his gun and put it in the little clip here. So in case he wants to be on the top for some odd reason and be a huge target on the top, he can do so with his gun on a mounted stand. I mean, that's if you want to die. But what you can do is you can also... I gotta spin his gun around though. I've never done this before, but I know you can. You can also sit him in there so he's a little less inconspicuous. I mean, the tank still opens the same, still has a little hatch open, which is a little bit annoying, but you know, this is a decent looking image all around. And then the final function here for the tank is you can actually open the front as well, so we can see, you know, our pilot. And then what I do is, oh, he actually has a seat. I never noticed that. I guess I'll show that. Okay, so our first pilot, he actually sits there, and he has a small seat, which again, they rarely use studs anymore to keep your people inside. But inside here, if you can focus, that'd be cool. Inside right there is where you put your dude, and then right behind it, which I never really noticed because I haven't really looked. I probably noticed it while building, but not so much later on, is let's focus back out for a second. So if we keep it like this, so obviously we have our first pilot who's gonna sit right here, and then I just close it up like this. But looking forward for a second, get in your chair. There we go. I never noticed this before, but you can actually fit our second dude in the chair right behind him. I'm sure it shows that on the box. It does. I never really paid attention to it, but it does. So what I'm actually gonna do is I'm just gonna throw that gun in there, close this up. I guess you gotta sit farther back. How would you do that? Yeah, whatever. So you can neatly make them both fit in the tank, I guess. And then there you go. They're all sealed up and protected now. Last thing I want to point out is I love how this was built. These front sections. Nothing real special. I just like how they, you know, the attention to detail and stuff they put into it. Just connected by a few pegs. But you know, little details and stuff go a long way with collectors. And it's cool that they actually, you know, made some new sets for the Imperial Army. This is kind of like their fighter tank version, I guess, more down the line. The one feature I didn't mention, which is obviously apparent, is it does have wheels on the bottom here to drive, if anyone hadn't noticed that already. But we can look under and you can see the clear wheels on the underside. But that is it for the Imperial Hovertank. A fantastic set. At first I thought the set was a little plain, in my opinion, but it really grew on me after getting it, and just the price to piece ratio is fantastic for this set in general. So, and especially if you can even get it on sale nowadays, it's even better. 400 pieces for like 25 bucks or whatever. Great deal to me. Maybe even buy a second one, because I like the Hovertank drivers, so they're a cool asset to have. And they can really be a pilot to anything, so. Either way, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate it, and it helps me out. And, yep, stick around for the next review when it comes, which is the Battle of Scarif.